We take a look back at Andy Murray's greatest moments as the former world number one goes back to where his Grand Slam legacy all began. From US Open Junior champion in 2004 to the King of New York and Olympic gold back-to-back, and then the ultimate dream of winning Wimbledon, not once, but twice. The Scot has been through every possible emotion. He is all too familiar with losing in major finals too, 5 times in Australia, once in New York, 2008, and at his beloved All England club in 2012. We take a look back at some of the greatest moments of Murray's magical career, starting with his finest victory on Sky Sports ahead of the final Grand Slam of 2017. Murray emerged from the shadow of the great Fred Perry to become Britain's first Grand Slam winner in 76 years after a gladiatorial battle against Novak Djokovic. It was a spellbinding 7-6, 12-10, 7-5, 2-6, 3-6, 6-2 victory over the world number one that took 4 hours and 54 minutes on Arthur Ashe Stadium and in front of celebrity spectators including Sir Alex Ferguson and Sir Sean Connery. It was a marathon first set at 87 minutes that featured the longest tiebreaker US Open final has ever witnessed as Murray edged Djokovic 12-10. After Djokovic restored parity by taking the 4th set to send the final into a deciding set shootout, Murray took a career-defining bathroom break. That helped him refocus and to leave the court with no regrets. Murray came out and showed incredible resilience to break the Serb 3 times before sealing a remarkable victory. When Djokovic smashed a return long on championship point, the crowd rose to their feet to recognize Britain's history maker. Murray ended Britain's 77-year wait for a men's singles champion after defeating Djokovic 6-4, 7-5, 6-4 just 12 months after being denied his maiden major in London. The 26-year-olds were playing each other in a Grand Slam final for the 3rd time in the previous 4 majors, with Murray winning at Flushing Meadows and Djokovic taking the 2013 Australian Open 5 months prior to Wimbledon. Murray was prepared to go the distance against the 6-time Grand Slam champion on a sweltering summer's day. It was a match dominated by a lengthy baseline rally as the Scot let 3 championship points slip away. On the 4th opportunity, Djokovic slapped a weak backhand return into the net and the celebrations, mixed with plenty of relief, could finally begin. He had to wait 3 years to repeat the feat with a hard-fought 6-4, 7-6, 7-3, 7-6, 7-2 success over Canadian 6th seed Milos Raonic. By nullifying Raonic's power, Murray became the first British man to win multiple Wimbledon singles titles since Fred Perry in 1935. Murray had never beaten old nemesis Roger Federer in a best-of-5 sets match going into the gold medal contest at the 2012 London Olympics. Only 28 days earlier, the Swiss had stopped the Scot from becoming Britain's first male Wimbledon champion for 76 years. In front of a partisan centre court crowd, Murray showed immense focus to claim a memorable 6-2, 6-1, 6-4 victory. Murray fittingly described this victory as the biggest in his career, and after his win admitted that athlete Mo Farah had given him the motivation he needed to win gold after his amazing victory in the 10,000 meters. Farah inspired Murray. I watched the athletics last night, and it was unbelievable, Murray said. It was amazing to see Mo Farah run his final 400 meters in 53 seconds, when I can only do it in 57 seconds when I'm fresh. That gave me the motivation to try to win the gold medal, because I wanted to be part of it if I could. It was the first time since Joe Giaricci in 1908 that a British man won an Olympic singles gold medal in tennis. 4 years on, and he retained his Olympic singles title in sensational style against Juan Martín del Potro in a Rio epic. Murray added yet more career history when he overcame the giant Argentine 7-5, 4-6, 6-2, 7-5 in a brutal, gladiatorial battle lasting 4 hours and 2 minutes. In a battle of the 21-year-olds, Murray was meeting Djokovic for the first time in the final on the ATP World Tour and at a Masters 1000 event too. It was a hugely significant victory, which encompassed some inspired tennis's power, strategy, fitness and near genius won the day. The straight sets win over the man, who had beaten him on 4 out of the previous 5 occasions, marked the beginning of a new phase in Murray's career. Murray was making his debut in a major semi-final, and it was a triumph that sent a message to the world of tennis, the message being, I can compete and beat the best. At only 21 years of age at the time, Murray defeated the then world number 1 Rafa Nadal to guarantee he would equal Tom Henman's highest ATP world ranking of 4. Murray entered the contest with a 0-5 record against the Spaniard, who crushed the Brit at Wimbledon that year, but produced one of his greatest ever performances, to outlast his opponent in 4 sets. He became the first Brit to reach a Grand Slam final, since Greg Rusedski lost to Pat Rafter in the 1997 US Open final. Murray beat top-ranked Novak Djokovic 6-4, 4-6, 6-3 for his 4th tournament victory of the year and 3rd title in the Canadian event. The second-seeded Murray also won the tournament in 2009 and 2010. The Scot ended an 8-match losing streak against Djokovic since the 2013 Wimbledon final. Murray dedicated the victory to his coach, Amelie Mauresmo, the former women's star who gave birth to a baby boy hours earlier. He also moved to number 2 in the world ahead of Roger Federer. Said, if this was the US Open, we'd have to play another couple of sets like that, which isn't easy. With Miami being regarded by many as the 5th major at the time, Murray picked up his 3rd Masters title, following wins in Cincinnati and Madrid in 2008, under the searing Florida sunshine. The Scot beat Djokovic 6-2, 7-5 to move even closer to breaking into the top 3 in the world at that time. Murray was forced to come from a set down to beat world number 6 Juan Martín del Potro 6-7, 7-6, 6-1 in a tense and high-quality Rogers Cup final. The triumph saw Murray move above Nadal to 2nd in the world rankings, as well as becoming the first player to post 50 match wins that season. In a final frequently interrupted by rain, Murray upset Federer 7-5, 7-5 and enjoyed a 7th win in 12 meetings against the Swiss legend. It was a victory that saw Murray capture his first title of 2010, a month after he parted company with coach Miles McLagan, and confirmed that he was back to his best following a post-Melbourne slump. The Scot moved up to 2nd in the world with a grueling 2-6, 6-4, 7-6, 7-1 victory against David Ferrer at Key Biscayne in Miami. It was a brutal match. Both of us were kind of on our last legs, Murray said. It was a good job it wasn't a best of 5 set match, because I don't know how the last few sets would have ended up. It was one of the toughest matches I have had to play in a Masters series, for sure, he added. Murray was greeted at the net by Tommy Robredo's middle fingers following a colossal 3-6, 7-6, 9-7, 7-6, 10-8 victory which lasted 3 hours and 20 minutes. In front of his home fans, the indefatigable Robredo wasted 5 match points against Murray. It was the 2nd time in a month that the Briton saved 5 match points against his opponent, the other time being in the final of the Shenzhen Open. Murray beat American John Isner 6-3, 6-7, 4-7, 6-4 for his 8th tournament win of the year and 4th in a row as he celebrated reaching world number 1 in style. The 29-year-old holds 3 Grand Slam titles, 2 Olympic gold medals, a Davis Cup title, 14 Masters 1000 titles, and he finally topped the rankings for the first time. No one would have expected what I have done the last few months, Murray said. I don't really know if it's sunk in or not. Andy Murray has climbed to the top of the tennis rankings. Murray displayed his ultimate best to stay as world number 1 at the season-ending extravaganza, and in true Murray style, he made us all sweat through some marathon encounters along the way. He firstly overcame Kei Nishikori 6-7, 9-11, 6-4, 6-4 in a grueling encounter lasting 3 hours and 20 minutes, before battling past Milos Raonic 5-7, 7-6, 7-5, 7-6, 11-9, in 3 hours and 38 minutes to reach the final. And Murray upset the odds to beat 5-time champion Novak Djokovic to win his first ATP World Tour Finals title and then 2016 at the top of the rankings. We look at Sir Andy Murray's campaign and his journey to the top of the rankings. Sky Sports Tennis will have all the action from the US Open covered via our website www.skysports.com/tennis with our live blogs and updates throughout the fortnight as the Grand Slam year reaches its climax. On the move. Head to our app for mobile devices and iPad, or follow our Twitter account at SKYSPORTSTENNIS to join in the conversation. Who will win the US Open titles this year? Have your say. We will also have coverage of the World Tour Finals in November with every match live on Sky Sports.